the 5th. Full field, 16 running. They're now set to go. The red light is blinking. Gates are back. They're off and racing. A couple began very, very tardily. Kirali was one of those, and also Diarmas the other. One of the first to get going is Romantic Ruler, but now New Kid in Town and Ranix here with the shades on. Charge forward between horses. Main Show over on the outside. Next of all, going forward, Intoxicating, the 2-year-old, but is out 3 deep, going up to the first corner by the 1,000. They're followed by Reliable Image in a Joy the middle, and outside of those next Maggie Jean. There's a bit of trouble back in the field. Bad Company lost ground quickly, dropped back underneath the neck of Bad Company, who was checked, and the field there certainly became very detached from the others when they worked down the side. Getting up near the rails is Annie Warbucks now, just in front of Opportunistic, Lead Singer as well, and then that gap to the other 4. Bad Company back there in company with Angel's Point, followed further back behind those. Then coming to the turn, Marchero at the head of the others is Marcho Akiro, and then further back behind those, Diarmas and Kirali at the 450 though, and Ranix had gone to a clear lead. Romantic Rulers in pursuit. Back behind them, Reliable Image and Danny Warbuck spots a run near the rail. Maggie Jean down the outside. Here comes Opportunistic, starting to lengthen stride and finishing right over the top. Romantic Ruler went to Ranix, and here's Opportunistic. Opportunistic with 100 left to go, descends upon them, grabs the lead, getting into the clear, Annie Warbucks, but it's Opportunistic backed into favouritism. Opportunistic wins on debut, beat Annie Warbucks and Romantic Ruler. Ranix 4th home, followed further back behind those, then Maggie Jean, Reliable Image, and then came Marcho Akiro. All things considered, a pretty tidy run to beat a few to the line like that. In a Joy back there, Maggie Jean pulling up there as well, followed further back Lead Singer, Angel's Point, Main Show, Intoxicating dropped out in the final part. They were followed by New Kid in Town, Kirali, and the last 2 home back there, Bad Company, who seemed to do things wrong, and also near the tail end is Diarmas. Well, the money was certainly right on the mark with Opportunistic. So You Think Gelding, trained by Michael Grantham and ridden by Clint Johnston Porter, getting around heels after balancing up with about 300 to go and letting loose, coming at Romantic Ruler, who'd gone to the lead from Ranix. And Annie Warbucks was getting a rails run there and eventually got out around the heels of Romantic Ruler. Ranix found a bit of space there, but the bird had flown. Opportunistic, who'd been back from 550 to 290. It became very popular with punters, and it's a good result for them. For Peters Investments, trained by Michael Grantham, and a newcomer here out of the Bletchley Park mare, I'm Feeling Lucky. $200,000 yearling sale acquisition. And scores on debut, beats home at number 9, Annie Warbucks. 2 good runs now this preparation for Jordan Rolfe by Longleaf, ridden by Tash Faithful. Romantic Ruler with another minor placing. That's its 9th in 19 runs for trainer Kath Pinter, and ridden by Jason Whiting by Universal Ruler, Romantic Ruler. 4th in Ranix, and 5th home Maggie Jean. A length and a half for the margins. 123.86 they posted for the 1400. They've run home in 34.46, but an encouraging debut appearance today by this 3-year-old gelding, Opportunistic. Presented very well by Michael Grantham. Race 6, the Swan Draft Handicap, brings us to the halfway stage of today's meeting. It's over 1,200 metres, and it's a field of 11, no changes to come. Bit of an incident back in the field there. It saw 3 or 4 disadvantaged. We'll get a steward's report, no doubt, in regards to what actually unfolded there in time to come. But in the meantime, let's go downstairs. Bob Peters has made his way to the winner's enclosure after watching the debut winning performance of Opportunistic, and he's down there with Lockie.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, joined by Bob Peters now. Bob, congratulations on the win. That was a nice debut performance.
Yeah, very good. It's good to see him come good. He's given us a bit of trouble on the way through, but since he's been gelded, he's settled down really well, and he's learned his trade, and he's done a good job.
Talk us through those troubles over the last 12 to 18 months. You obviously purchased him for $200,000 at the yearling sales. Do you feel like you may have just kept him a colt for a little too long?
Well, probably, because he was a bit light, and I did leave him as a colt for that reason. And yes, probably, well, we did, but then we needed him to. So just worked out that he needed a lot of time, and we've given it to him, and he's repaid us.
Where to next for a horse like him? Do you expect that he'll continue to go through the grades, especially over a little bit further?
Well, I hope so, yeah. He's bred to go a bit further, and, you know, we'll just keep going and see what happens.
I don't want to touch upon a sore spot, but ideally, she was awfully unlucky last start. Can she bounce back today?
Oh, we're hoping, yeah.
So do I. Good luck and well done here.
Thank you, bye.
There's Bob Peters after the win of Opportunistic, and here's CJP catching up with Scotty.
Portsy joins us now. Clint, those 950-metre trials were always going to be too short for him, but at least he was hitting the line in them.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he sort of didn't give me the same feel as what he has done today, but no, it's good to step out and do that.
Speaking of stepping out, he didn't step that well out of the machine.
No, he actually walked out. He was fluffing around in there and stepped a bit slow, and it just put me in an awkward part of the race, and lucky I was on a good enough horse to get out of trouble.
I've been pretty happy with how he let down for you there.
Yeah, definitely. I sort of popped out thinking, oh, I just need to get on my bike a little bit, and I was racing a little bit erratic, and once I did get out, he let rip.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's CJP combining with Michael Grantham, Peters Investments, and a really nice 3-year-old on the rise. Opportunistic takes out the first leg of the early quaddie, the Tap Touch Mate.